tell me, so did you get to meet MJ in person? Objects in motion, stay in motion.
The National Basketball Association and the Dallas Mavericks are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We applaud keeping the fans and players disruptive during outbreaks, using improper language or gestures, hindering the core important of play. Spectators engaging in any scenario are subject to ejection and possible arrest. These report any violations to the nearest usher, security, or arena staff member. Thank you. Oh, wow. Coming up, we've got some exciting giveaways, including detailed new poster night.
What a view of the Spring Mountains surrounding beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. Hello and welcome to the NBA Cup Championship. I'm Kevin Harlan, and joining me are Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and David Aldridge. I'll tell you guys, this has become one interesting event.
Yeah, even though it's still the regular season, this is a chance to put a stake in the ground saying, hey, we're the best team in the league right now. One of these teams is going to come away with that level of confidence.
This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. You take a look at the Mavericks. They're playing really well, moving up now to the top spot in our rankings.
And I think for Detroit, they have just done a magnificent job of building chemistry. Higher on this list than many people expected. One of the great stories thus far.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. They've got Edwards. Thompson is up there with Isaiah Stewart. Then it's Cunningham, and it's Bassey in at the center position. And for Dallas, the star backcourt, Doncic and Irving are the guard set. Then it's Derek Lively. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Prosper in at the power forward position. And here we are, the NBA Cup Championship. Such a unique night on the NBA calendar.
Yeah, and guys, for me, it's up there with a lot of the big events we have, right? Opening night, the All-Star Game, Christmas Day telecast. The NBA Cup has entered that conversation of best days on the schedule.
And how about this one to the NBA Cup Championship for MP? From the start, he's made a point to tell us he wants the cup.
And his play has been incredible. The MP's led this team. It's been about more than what he's done on the floor. He's also led by example. And tonight for MP, it's all about enjoying the moment, playing to your potential, and hoisting that trophy.
MP passes to Bassey. Now, here's Stewart. Pistons passing it around. Pass to Bassey. Shot clock at 6. Cunningham for 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
Well, Gabe asking the defense to come out. You got to respect his ability to shoot it from the three-point line.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Middleton.
Good looks.
It looked like the directive in that game was that they wanted to attack, and all that work that they put in on the perimeter turned into a big night from deep.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Snatched up. Out to Doncic. A three-pointer off the mark.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And the dunk by Stewart.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
Yeah, that's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You take a look at the Mavericks. Off to a great start this season, currently in second.
And when I look at Dallas, they had pressure on them coming into the season. A lot of people were picking them to have a special year. and they haven't shied away from that pressure. They've embraced it.
I think every great team welcomes the challenge of trying to be elite, and they want to do it on a nightly basis.
And there's the bucket from MP.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Goes.
Creating space, Doncic will move defenders around.
Detroit with the ball. They're on a 14-4 run. Edwards with it. He's picked up by Doncic. MP deciding where to go with it. Thompson finds MP. Three-pointer. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. MP's got a couple of threes now in the first with the Pistons. Thompson with the rebound. Dallas has gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Here's Doncic. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Well, that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so one free throw coming up. It goes on Mohamed Bamba. The Pistons shooting their first foul shot. Look here for the Pistons. Charles Massey, he's checked in for Mason. Stewart comes in for Harris. Thompson, he's checked in for Holland. And it's Edwards in for Marcus Sasser. And so it's Detroit with the ball. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
And you have to enjoy this atmosphere, right? The fans have really taken to the NBA Cup.
And that might be because the teams are taking it seriously. Unlike, say, the All-Star game, these guys are focused and fighting for every possession. That's what makes it so entertaining.
Now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey guys, MP in the last time out against Cleveland was phenomenal. He dropped in 36 points, and to no one's surprise, he was dialed in from deep. And those are big numbers he put up. It's hard to match, but he'll be aiming high again tonight. Back to you guys.
David, we appreciate the update. Greg, we'll see if he can keep rolling here tonight.
Yeah, and that's the rub. When he's in rhythm, he can carry your team across the line.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
Marcus Sasser's checked. He takes it up and lays it in. Hardy's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, he takes care of salvaging that possession for the offense by getting on the offensive glass.
A nice shot by MP.
Despite his youth, MP showing grown man strength.
From Doncic. MP outside. Lets the three fly. God, what a play!
That is fun to watch. Lets it go at the very last second.
Oh, man, that's got to be frustrating for the defense, too. You just give up momentum like that at the end of the quarter.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. Their defense has been active and effective. Back right after this.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting for is here. Before we recap the first half, let's see what the standings look like in the East.
Look at Detroit. I had them as a top team before the season, and now I'm picking them to make the finals. Tell me I'm wrong, Kenny. You can't, because I'm right. 2 + 2 is 5.
And as much as it pains me, I have to agree with Big Fella.
And getting back to our current contest, very impressive first half performance for the Pistons.
I can say I've been pumped about this tournament, especially the last few weeks. But the semifinals, we're excited, and now, here we are. The champion will be crowned. Ernie, should we have a tournament between me, you, and Kenny?
I'm all for it as long as the category is jumpers. But in all seriousness, guys, one thing I've noticed already in this game is that it doesn't feel like a regular season game. And it isn't technically either, actually. And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
There's always a buzz around Las Vegas. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We got the second half of the Cup Championship on 2K Sports. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Now you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. On the court for the Pistons, Isaiah Stewart out there with Asar Thompson. Then there's Edwards. Then it's Cade Cunningham. And it's Bassey in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Pretty much all of their buckets.
And a wide open look for Irving. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Zero hesitation. Irving was all set to go.
That's good from Edwards on the assist by Thompson. And the Pistons lead by 19.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
And after the intensity of these last few NBA Cup games, do you all think it'll be hard for these teams to settle back into the regular season?
They'll have to adjust their mindsets for sure. Back to thinking about the long haul, not the do-or-die scenario of the NBA Cup.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half. Game is just far too easy.
And so is Detroit, looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to fire.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unside.
Some changes. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Najee Marshall. Chris Middleton comes in for Klay Thompson. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Hardy. And a different look here for the Pistons. Charles Bassey, he's checked in for Mason. Stewart comes in for Harris. Asar Thompson, he's checked in for Holland. And MP subbed in for Marcus Sasser. The star backcourt, Doncic and Irving are the guard set. Then it's Derek Lively. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Prosper in at the power forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
So good to see MP attacking with reckless abandon, just letting his game flow.
Outside Irving. And they double up Doncic. Pass to Middleton. They set the pick. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Irving. Rebound, Detroit. On the wing, MP. He's covered by Irving. Here's Bassey. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Edwards got 6 assists in the game. To Hardy.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Mavericks trailed by 21. And here's Hardy. Thompson outside. Shoots over Holland. Thompson misses. Detroit has gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the fourth. MP outside. drains the three-pointer.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Middleton can't get it to go.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Holland. Nice ball movement by Detroit. 35 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Edwards. The rebound by Malcolm Brogdon.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
Comes up empty down low. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Now Sasser. Pass to Edwards. Here's Holland. And they've done it. What a moment for this team to lift that NBA Cup over their heads. Pure glory.
It was a memorable journey to get to this point, a battle every step of the way. And you have to think this is a huge confidence boost for them moving forward. It proves they're ahead of the curve in terms of getting into postseason shape.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.
Jonathan in the back.
How do you avoid a letdown in intensity when going from playing for a championship to being just one of 30 teams again?
Do you mind elaborating on that?
I mean, you're playing championship caliber ball. How do you handle the transition from that to the everyday grind again?
Okay, I got you. This is just one goal of ours. You know, it's definitely not our last. Me and my teammates, we know that we got a lot more that we want to accomplish. So we just have to do our job of keeping each other honest. You know what I mean?
MP, you are the straw that stirs the drink.
That kind of statement to the press can mean just as much to your teammates as your on-court performance.
Hey, congrats to MP on winning the NBA Cup. That was fun to watch, man. You were on a mission.
Another day, another win. Good work. These fans make a lot of noise. These about to tear it up.
You did what you set out to do. Brought home the NBA Cup.
How does it feel? Like you expected?
You know, it does, but it doesn't.
What do you mean?
You know, after the build-up to that final moment, when we were finally holding the trophy, I felt
joy.
No.
Pride.
Hungry.
You know?
You hunted your prey for months and figured bagging it would bring its own reward, but getting that taste only brought you more hunger.
I'm starving.
Well, there's
Coach.
plenty more fish in that CMP. We're building to something special this year. Speaking of, let's get you set up with goals for the second half. Any of these stand out to you?
I want to focus on my playmaking. It's always been a strength of mine, but I feel like I can take it to another level.
Yep, I agree. You've got untapped potential there, and it's my job to unlock it. You're just scratching the surface.
Hold on, I don't know if that's an insult or a compliment, Coach.
It's a challenge. Your playmaking makes the entire team better, and if I can unlock even 10% more of that, it'll make us 20, 30% better.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure that was a compliment.
I'm going to be pushing you hard, MP. And I'm going to be focusing on how you match up against the league's elite defenses. If you're serious about getting better, it's not going to happen against the bottom feeders. This is hard work.
Well, the magic is in the work. You know I'm ready.
Fantastic. Sounds like we're in total alignment.
Just remember, every moment matters. Give everything you've got to this and you'll be rewarded.
MP, how you feeling?
Feeling you, MP. He's about to tear it up.
Hello, and here we go. It's Thursday night in the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill. Allie LaForce will be reporting from the sidelines. A moment here to see the numbers for him.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
Now the opening lineup for the Los Angeles Clippers. We got Jalen Suggs, Kawhi Leonard out there with Mitchell Robinson. Then there's Colin Sexton, and it's Fontecchio in at the 3. And for Detroit, Jackson out there with Isaiah Stewart. Then it's Asar Thompson. Then there's Cade Cunningham, and it's Edwards in at the 2 spot. Well, Grant, we're near the middle point of the year now. At what point do coaches start looking at limiting the minutes of their stars?
You know, each game is really the determining factor for how that plays out. So, when possible, you keep your stars in there for close games and get them some rest when the outcome isn't in question.
And as a catalyst for his team offensively, MP has stated his focus on setting up his teammates. He wants to be a top distributor.
Promising to get your team more involved like MP has can be a tricky thing because now your guys are expecting more touches and they'll all be calling for the ball. But if MP can control the offense and consistently make smart choices with the ball, it'll be a huge lift for this squad.
All right, let's throw it over to Allie, who has a report on MP.
Thanks, BA. I spoke with MP before the game about his playmaking, and he told me his goal is pretty simple. When he creates more opportunities for his team than their opponents can, they usually win. So that's what he's set on doing.
Yeah, seems pretty straightforward. Thanks for that, Allie. Edwards. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. First quarter of play, a minute in. It's so interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, BA, that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in LA, they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed, owners have changed, and now they're postseason regulars in the league.
Now here's Leonard. His last outing, we saw him score 13. Got it.
Oh, this is why you get Leonard the ball inside and just let him go to work.
Robinson with the block. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Robinson. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in.
Pulls up. And Edwards the bucket on the assist by Cunningham.
Yeah, having this kind of confidence as a shooter will really do wonders for MP in the long run.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move, like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
What confidence from Jackson there. Just taking it right at the defense and overpowering them.
Defensive foul.
The Clippers making a switch here. Toppin's checked in. Detroit shooting their first foul shot of the night. And how about Jaren Jackson Jr., another second-generation player that we have here in the NBA?
Yeah, Brian, and his dad was a winner at every level. He was a high school champion, had the #1 team in college, and of course was part of a championship team with the Spurs. And Cunningham has great length for his position, and he uses it right there.
4 on the clock. Shot by Leonard, no good.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
And it's Cunningham missing.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
He plays both guard positions well. Sexton shows off that court vision.
Thompson passes to MP. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Edwards has got 5 points.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Leonard's shot's good.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Takes it inside, and Toppin pulls it down. And so it's Sexton who brings up the ball for the Clippers. Last game matched up with the Thunder. Tough loss there.
And it was an awful game defensively. They lost the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
And being slow on your rotations is a killer. There's not a team in the league that won't punish you for that.
Thompson outside. Pass to Edwards. And the 3 off target. And so the first quarter is in the books. The Pistons on top. They lead by 4. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere. If you're Clippers, Robinson comes in for Olynyk, and Kawhi Leonard subbed in for Fontecchio. And Harden with the slam.
Oh, so difficult to guard in these sets. Harden just excels at reading defenses and taking what he sees.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Suns played some superb basketball. He had 33 points, and he made the defense look helpless as he piled on the points. And just a huge game for him. His coaches would love to see him do it again. Guys?
Outstanding, thanks. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on. See if he can't replicate that performance.
Leonard inside. MP's there. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Harden.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Kicks it out to MP. Oh, MP showing the big range.
Yeah, he's picking it up here in the second quarter after a slow start.
Powerful move by Kawhi, absorbing the foul, but still getting the shot in the air.
Sasser's checked in for Cade Cunningham.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
MP makes his move. Ooh, give him his 5th make of the game in 10 attempts. Counted had it gone, and the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. The Clippers on top, leading by a point. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. The Detroit Pistons finding themselves in a closely contested game.
Playing for one another. The phrase gets overused, but tonight it's right.
Hey, we should try a harmony.
Let's do it.
Playing for one another.
The phrase gets overused. Kenny, get on beat.
But tonight it's right.
And next up, here's a look at some of the contenders for the fan-favorite three-point contest.
One thing about this contest, it's very hard to win. Everyone's a great shooter. It comes down to who's hot and who's clutch.
And most of these guys have shown they can do both of those things here in the regular season. Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
You were there, Stan, in Miami at the inception of Heat culture. Give us a taste of it. Well, there with Jackson, then there's Kate Cunningham, then it's Asar Thompson, and it's Edwards in at the two-guard spot. That's the five on the floor for the Pistons.
And you know, guys, I mean, he is a solid free throw shooter. And, of course, Leonard has everything in his game.
Edwards, that's good.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. No good with a layup. And remember, despite a great start to his career, Colin Sexton was traded after his fourth year, Coach.
Yeah, well, Brian, seems like everybody gets traded at some point now, and Sexton has responded well to that deal. He understands it's not personal, it's a business. He deserves a lot of credit for what he's done. It's gone back and forth.
And it's Edwards with the ball for Detroit. After this one, they're off to Dallas to take on the Mavericks. It'll be the front end of a two-game road trip.
Yeah, in the paint, Jackson has plenty of moves to beat good defense.
Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
We know Kawhi Leonard is a former Finals MVP. Jimmy Butler said, there are guys that are like, quote, I'm going to find the best way to win. In a 7-game series, I'm going to get the best of you in the end. Kawhi's definitely up there. Whatever he's got to do, he is going to find a way. And Brian, Butler would know a thing or two about that, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you know that. No question about his abilities. With some nice D. The Pistons have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break. Back to MP. Fires for 3. Nails it from 3. MP's got 9 points in the quarter.
But I still like the mid-range, especially when he's taking the shot.
Now here's Edwards. Pass to Holland. MP outside. Another 3 for Detroit.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
A minute 15 left in the third. Harris misses. Clippers trail by 7. The drive by Harden with a 9-footer, and that one hits the back iron.
Yeah, that's a missed opportunity. Great look, just couldn't.
And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And from the two-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
Yeah, well, he looked like a pass-first point guard on this assist.
New group for the Clippers.
All right, get in there.
Jackson can't get it to go. Clippers trail by 3. Pass to Sexton. Pistons clear it. Stewart's got his 4th rebound in this one. To the middle. Here's Jackson. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to go on Mitchell Robinson.
Well, the son of an NBA player, Jaren Jackson Jr. plays the game with great instincts, particularly on the defensive end. You can see he learned the game growing up. A very successful visit to the line for him. Now this is a 2-possession game.
Sexton misses. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for Detroit. It's a 5-point game.
Well, this is where Stewart should look to score. He can be very effective down low.
Go to the Clippers. And 1:01 left in the 4th quarter.
And this is how you step up in the clutch. Sexton is ready to deliver in these moments.
Thompson passes to MP. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson.
Well, that's the guy you want with the ball. MP was ready, and he delivered.
And timeout called by Ty Lue. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. "40 seconds left in the game. Outside Sexton. The 3-pointer off the mark.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too. He didn't have his feet planted.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Well, the pressure on Cunningham when he came into the league was immense. He's gone through adversity, but he's never stopped working to improve.
Here's Sexton. Thompson with the block. Sexton against MP. Thompson outside. Cunningham outside. And here's MP from outside. No luck on that one. And so it's Detroit with the W. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
And that'll do it, folks. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Good win. Let's keep it going. I gotta get up early tomorrow to wait in line for some barbecue. No overtime tonight, okay?